He said, Jesus told them, all authority in heaven and on earth has been given to me. He says, therefore go and make disciples. If that authority were not there, there is no point going. If it will be a mess going. The devil will so afflict anyone that tries to go and make disciples. We will so much fail. If not because of the assurance that all authority in heaven and on earth has been given to Jesus. So on the basis of that authority, we go into the world, even though we are lambs living in the midst of wolves. We go into the world and make disciples. We make people conform to the image of God. Which it can only take all authority on heaven and on earth to do that. Who are you to go? He said, if you want to deliver a prey from a strong man, you have to first go into the house of the strong man, bind that strong man before you get him out. Who are you to say because you have a fine face, because you are now tall, or because you are now big, you want to go your son because you are stiff? That's why your son will behave well. That's why your children will turn out well, because you are stiff. Your father was stiff. It's the inheritance of your family to be very stiff, and everybody turns out well. I tell you, it's not Boniface that does these things. It takes the power of the kingdom, because you are living in this world. The devil is waging war against every soul. He wants to drag every soul to hell. So it takes more than Boniface. It takes more than inheritance of a street family to make a child conform to the image of God. It takes the power of the Most High. Your parenting cannot be ordinary, and you expect. See, go and look at people that are very strict, that are even more strict than you. They have many rules more than what you can put in place, but their children still turn out robot. Do you think they didn't try? It takes power. It takes power. It takes power to reign in this earth. Nothing is ordinary. Bible says that strong men retain wealth. So to retain wealth, you even need power. I would think that wealth is something that doesn't need power. It's just calculation, the law of value, the law of relationship. And after all of that has been said, go and ask Peter. He had the professionalism. He had the net. He knew the time to go fishing. Yet they couldn't catch fish. Until power came, Jesus came and he spoke. Put your net, even during the midday, when it should not happen normally, the fishes are caught in the night. And Jesus came and said during the midday after preaching, said, throw your net on this side and you caught fish. That's to tell you there is a power dimension that overrules the rationality. Where your rationalism fails, there is a power dimension, there is a higher dimension you need to draw from. It's the strong men that retain wealth. And he's not talking about strength, physical strength alone. He's talking about the spiritual backing. There is a spiritual backing. Every wealthy man you see, all those celebrities you see on the TV, you think they are just singing alone. You think it's only singing alone that has made them rich and continues to make them rich. Or you think it's just the investment they have alone. Many of them have connections. They have connections with the higher dimension that keeps them staying fresh. They keep getting inspiration from that dimension, and they come to propagate that. So the spirit behind that inspiration goes to propagate the song and brings the influence, it brings the money. Because Satan is the god of this world, right? Adam handed the dominion of this world over to him. So anyone that has not known Christ is still under the dominion of the devil. And you can trade with him. You give him your soul, he gives you the wealth. He wanted to do that with Jesus. He said, just bow down to me. I will give you all the kingdoms of the world. He said, just bow down. He wanted the soul of Jesus. So that we give him the kingdoms of the world. And it was right to say he can give that kingdom to him, because Adam has already handed it over to him.
That is correct.
And that's what the people of this world, people that do not yet know Christ, that's the kind of trade and transaction they are making. They sell their soul to the devil so that they can get the influence, so that they can get the money. And we are not copying them. Instead of us to seek power in the kingdom, because it is only strong men that retain wealth. And Bible says in Deuteronomy 8:18, he said, you will serve the Lord your God, for it is he that gives you power to get wealth. So there is power to get wealth. Not just the principles of wealth, there is a power dimension to wealth.